I'm Shani.
And we are auntie,
Cousin,
sister,
friend.
So today we're going to talk about the difference between dating and marriage.
So I guess I'm the marriage.
And I'm the dating. Because I'm in these streets. You heard me? Let's just walk through the whole dating process.
Okay.
So when you first meet a guy, the first thing you do, I was about to say, what is the first thing you do? But you don't know. You don't know. You've been out the game.
That's true. So when I was dating, there was no text messaging.
There was instant message, AOL message, AIM.
I don't even know any of those.
So what did you do? So what y'all used to do? Talk on the court phone, the phone with the cords?
No. We had flip phones.
Oh, I had a flip phone.
Yeah, we had flip phones, and we would actually call each other.
Oh, okay. Ooh. I'm glad we have text messaging now, because when I first meet somebody, I don't want to talk on the phone with them.
Why not?
Because I gotta feel you out on text messages first.
But text messaging can get so lost in translation.
I know.
You don't know somebody's tone. You don't know somebody's like joking, true. Not joking.
That's why you have emojis and LOL.
But have you ever talked to somebody that don't know how to use emojis? Because I have friends that like don't ever use emojis or whatever, and I'm like, is she happy or not?
Right.
But the point is, you don't really know over text message.
You're right. So when you first date a guy, or when you first meet a guy, I feel like you first have to start texting them, feel them out, and see if they like you or not. When you text them, though, the text message reply time is crucial.
Which I don't understand,
girl,
completely. Because you be like texting somebody and she acts like she has to reply right away, and I'm like, girl, you do not need to reply. That's the point of text message.
But this coming from a person who replies like 3 weeks later to one text message.
That's extreme. That's not true. But I'm just saying, that's the point of text message, because you can't call them and talk to them on the phone. So you text message.
I think maybe once you get established, when you first start dating, this is my rule. I always say this, and I tell people when I'm dating them, I'm like, listen, I'm talking to other people, you talking to other people too. It's your job to make sure you become that number one person.
This is what you say to me?
I do say that. I keep it real, straight gutter all the time. It's your job. It's your job to make me not want to talk to them anymore. It is my job to make you not want to talk to anybody else that you're talking to anymore. Because I always go into talking to people knowing that they got other people that they talking to.
Yeah, that's just like, that should be a
okay. So I know it's my job to make sure that I'm number one. And once you become number one, then you become the only one.
So that means you gotta be on your text?
Yes, because if you don't do it, another bitch will. Okay. Right? You around here not replying. She over there, yes, daddy, what you need?
Listen, I got plenty things to do.
You married though. Your man know where you at. Tyrone don't know where I'm at. He say, what you doing? I'm at work. What you doing, boo? Patience gonna be waiting for me, but I'm at work, boo. What you doing? Now, I might reply like 10, 15 minutes later if I'm at work and I'm busy or whatever, but I'm not going to be like hours later, no. Unless I'm extremely, extremely busy, and then I'll be like, sorry, boo, what's at work? How's your day? Okay. You gotta, it's very calculated, girl. It's hard in these streets. It really, dating is like a job.
I mean, I didn't mind dating. Like, it was fun. It's not fun.
Dating is a chore for me. I don't like dating.
I think if you go into it with that frame of mind,
well, fix my life, Iyanla. Tell me what I'm doing wrong.
I think girl. Like, you have to put positive energy out there. You can't be going in there like, oh my God, this is a chore. I gotta meet this.
I don't think it's like that. I always go into like, hi, how are you? I do feel like my first 2 dates, I'm horrible. I'm not like...
You're a third date.
I'm really not myself on the first dates. Because my first date, I'm showing you that superficial, like, surface level. That third date, I'm like, listen, I'm hungry. I'm not eating salad like I have my afro. Don't let this flat iron fool you. And I let that be known, too.
Yeah.
And if I have a weave, I let you know I'm very versatile. My weave comes and goes.
Yeah.
But most of the time I'm natural, so you gotta accept that naturalness in me. And when I wake up in the morning, that natural gonna kind of look a little
crooked.
Yeah, my little fro gonna be leaning a little bit to the side. You just have to accept me for that. So
it's true. Like, hair is a big thing too, because we wear hair all different kinds of ways.
Right. And some dudes only like girls with straight hair, only like girls with short hair, only like girls with red hair. So you gotta let all that be known in the beginning.
Yeah.
But when you marry, how is it with your hair? Like, can you switch it up? Or if you say you met a guy and your husband only likes short hair,
you know, I think that's a common thing for people, because like I know women who have met their men with long hair,
right?
And then like maybe they want to cut it, and the man's like, I like you with your long hair.
Right.
The good thing for me is my man has always liked short hair. So I met him when my hair was short. I grew it out, like I think for our wedding, and he was just like,
I remember when you had long hair. I liked you with long hair.
Yeah. It was back in the day, you know. So, you know, so that worked out for me, and I like to try different things or whatever. So he's pretty open about it. So it just depends on your guy. But
so my question is, if you're married and you met your husband with short hair, but you decide you don't want short hair anymore, you want to grow your hair out, and your husband says no,
I just feel like you can't expect me to be one way for like years and years and years. Like I change up my hair every like 5 or so years.
Right.
So you just gotta accept that. Like just like you gonna change your hair, I don't expect you to have the same fade. Or like mustache is different from the goatee. Like I don't expect you to be the same. Like you evolve and grow, and different things come into style.
Right.
Like, you know, I think it's kind of pigeonholing somebody to be like, you had long hair when I met you, so you need to keep the long hair because that's how I like you. Like, okay.
But I know some people that do conform to like what their husband want, because they feel like I said before, if I don't do it, he gonna go find somebody else that does. So if he likes short hair and then now I have long hair, he's no longer attracted to me,
then that's not the person for you.
Okay, so 2 snaps in a swirl, honey. I feel it, because I was about to say, if that's what you gotta do, girl, I can't get married, because you know I always feel like I'm independent, I'm every woman, and if you tell me something that I can't do, I'm gonna do the opposite. So if you tell me,
I think you have to compromise on a lot of things in marriage, but I just feel like, especially if you have children, you already lose yourself to a certain capacity. Like, to compromise and to lose yourself to children, like there's gotta be a certain point where you're like, I gotta do what's good for me.
Right.
And if your husband loves you for who you are, then he gonna love you any kind of way.
You better preach to the people. Come on. Girl, you are prophesizing to me right now. Let me tell you, because I already said I'm not getting married till she write me a book. Because this shit is complicated. And I already feel like I'm going into it wrong, because I already feel like this is who I am. I'm not going to change. Yeah. And you tell me all the time, like, you got to compromise on some things.
You definitely do.
And I think maybe when I find that, I feel like because Steve Harvey said it best. You know, I love me some Steve. Mm-hmm. Steve said you only going to change for one person. And clearly, I ain't found that person because I ain't changed.
Right.
So hopefully, when I do find that one, I'll be able to compromise
you don't
on certain
lose
things.
Yourself,
right?
But you got to compromise on daily life, but you shouldn't compromise on yourself.
Okay.
Like if you have dreams and you have things you want to do, like your man should want to lift you up and respect you for the things you want to do.
Okay.
You're not gonna be the same person for like umpteen years.
Right.
That's bad.
Girl, you are encouraging me right now. I feel like I need to go out and like find me a man like right now. Like let's encourage each other. Why can't we grow together? Yeah. That's because I be trying to date these hood people, girl. I be trying to give everybody a chance.
But I mean, I think the serious thing is when you evolve and grow, and y'all don't grow at the same pace.
Girl, who are you today? Girl, you is on it, sister. Come on, Oprah. And what else? Tell me more. I feel like, we're going to have our arguments, but the love is going to keep us together. And then once I started talking to her, and she's like, girl, sometimes shit get rough, and you got to figure out, like, what you going to do. And I'm the type of person, when shit get rough, I'm out. Right. I'm not about to fight for it. If it ain't, I ain't got time for that argument.
And then sometimes even when you feel that you're right, you still have to, like, kind of give in sometimes.
Who not going to give in? I will argue you to the end of time, even if
I'm
wrong.
Get nowhere.
Right. That's why I have you to tell me when. So, after date night and everything, what's the next step? Like, you start dating. This is where I always get tripped up in dating. when do you know when to go from dating to in a full-blown like relationship? Because I feel like that conversation is always awkward for me.
I have always felt like it comes naturally because like you start seeing each other more, like you see each other all the time,
right.
Like you are making sure you see each other, like you go out of your way,
right?
Even when you just saw him yesterday. So
girl, I ain't been there. And I didn't have boyfriends. I ain't been there.
So I think at that point you start to say like, okay, me and you are only seeing each other, like we ain't seeing anybody else, so let's make this official.
I don't want to see nobody every day. You want to be around them.
Yeah,
I've had that moment.
Be around them
I've had those moments where I'm like, oh, I wonder what he's doing. Like, I want to text him. Well, let's see if we can hang out. So I have had those moments. But I feel like, for me, those conversations were always awkward for me because I always go into things not expecting a relationship because I feel like I'm not a relationship girl. Because I've been single for so long, I'm used to being by myself, maneuvering alone, not having to answer to nobody or check in or nothing like that. So all of that, like, scares me.